I remember in 1992, I watched The Crying Game.
I loved you telling this story.
That was
yes.
it. I
Yeah.
saw it. I was like, yeah, that's what it is. RuPaul was a drag queen, and you saw RuPaul as a girl, and then RuPaul took that off, and you saw RuPaul bald with the freckles and the glasses. Saw that. I was like, no, I don't want to take my shit off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to take my stuff. 92, I was like, oh, that's it. That's what it is. What is this? So I wanted to know more. So I started looking up things like, what is that? What is that as a transvestite?
Because Miami, I'm sure it's probably in the culture, but not you're not seeing that, especially with like black people.
No,
in
not
Miami.
black people,
Yeah.
and definitely not in no Christian house.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the house Christian, and definitely not around my granddad. What is it?
Yeah.
You know,
Not at Hinton's Landscape.
Nah.
Not definitely not.
Nah, I'm gonna see a big old coochie before I see a big queen anyway. I'm gonna see some titties before I see that. We don't know nothing about that. We know
Yeah.
about titties.
So then I'm curious as to what switches in your brain. Is it survival to
what switches is you was like, that's it right there. Like, I want to know more about this. And so I ran into gay friends. I was working at a place called Long John Silver's. I worked there when I was 15.
Oh, I used to love me some Long John
Girl,
Silver's.
I worked there at
but-
15.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Miami Subs when I was 17. Like, I worked after school because my mom always inbred it in us to work. That's why I'm always working.
Yeah.
And so a girl pulled up, a girl who we had been hearing about for years, like that she was a girl, but she was a boy first. But she was a
Yeah.
girl. We had been hearing about her for years, like that she's the one.
So you thought like this is a unicorn. She's like a mythical creature at this point.
Well, after the Crying Game, and then like this is 95, 96, it's just like, I'm in school and I'm going through these things or whatever, and it's just like 96, I really started like getting deep into it. We had been hearing about her. So 92, I found out about the Crying Game.
Deal. I think deal.
93, 94, I was starting to hear circulations of there's this boy that will fool you. So I was like, I want to see her. I want to see.
Yeah.
I started working at Long John Silver's. Then I started working at. Then I worked there. I got fired from Long John Silver, and I worked at Miami Sub. And no, she came to Long John Silver's when I was 15. She came there. Yes, I would like to have the 2-piece fish and more. So I'm on the headset, and I was like, okay. So she came up there, and I didn't get a chance to see her. And they gave her food out of the window, but I was like, wait a minute. I saw her at Miami Subs. She came to Miami Subs, and she wanted them. I want a Caesar salad, a ham and cheese sandwich with da-da-da-da-da-da, just going. And I was like, I know this voice. And she pulled up to the window, and she looked at me. And I looked at her, and she had these long nails, like these very long nails. And when I opened the window, I was in awe.
Yeah.
Because this is my first time seeing a deal in person. And I was like, this is not a man, but this is different. The energy's different. This is not a man. And she stopped. I will never, bitch, I will never forget her leaning back in the car and seeing me.
Yeah.
She leaned back in the car. She said, oh. I told her the total, and she reached her whole body out of the car and grabbed my hands like this and to her neck. And she was like, oh. You want me? I was just so floored.
You froze.
Frozen. I was so frozen. And I remember my manager said, Malaka, because it's a Miami Subs is a Greek inspired place,
Uh-huh.
and Malacca means faggot. Yes, yeah, yeah. Malacca, Malacca, get out of the window, Malacca, get out of the window.
Oh my god.
And they moved fella out of the window, whatever. He said, my manager's name was Gino. And Gino says, you know what that is, Malacca? Huh? You know what that is, Malacca? I was like, no, what is it? What is she? What is it? You think that's a woman, Malacca? But my true first experience, I got sent to alternative school when I was 13. And my true first experience. I got sent to alternative school when I was 13 because I was fighting so much in school. People don't understand why your kids is fighting,
Yeah.
battling, or whatever. Talk to your kids.
I could tell you was whooping.
I was whooping
yeah,
their ass. I
know,
had
I could
to.
Tell. I could
I
tell.
had to.
I would not
I
want to
had
tussle
to
with
because
you.
it's like boys.
No.
It's boys.
Yeah.
It's boys trying to attack you. It's boys trying to jump on you. It's boys making you tough.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take no shit now. Boys did that to me. And so I remember at 13, they sent me to alternative school, and there was a girl. It was a girl. Had she lived, I would have loved to see what she'd have been like now had she lived. They killed her by the time we got to high school.
Wow.
Her name was Miss Perurd. I remember
She was born a male?
a male,
Okay.
but we didn't have words for it at the time. We didn't have words. I remember her coming to school. She had these tights on. Like, this is back in the day when Ewing jackets. Remember Patrick Ewing jackets, Patrick Ewing sneakers, and you wear double socks.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And that hoe was thick. That was a thick ass hoe. And she had Jerry curl. She had just so it was very androgynous. Like, and we were all like 13, 14 years old. We were young. Well, I wasn't a queer yet, but she was. Mamas was out there.
Yeah.
Mamas was lip gloss. Mamas was mamas, and I was in awe of her, but I had to hide it. My being in awe of her because she was already the little things that she had that she thought was titties. They were pushed together. They weren't titties.
Those are though.
But these are titties.
Those are.
These are titties.
Girl,
But-
I'm sitting up here like you started moving them damn things, bro. I said,
yeah, they're titties. But her little thing, she had them tied in a. I just was gagging because I was like, oh my God, like, how are you able to do this? So
Yeah.
how are you able to do this? I can't do this.
you wanted some freedom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember her writing. She used to write on her notepad. She's like Alex, Perurd and Alex, Perurd and Alex, Perurd and Alex. You know, and this is gonna sound real fucked up, but I gotta tell you this. Boys would come pick her up from school. Dope boys.
Mm-hmm.
The same way they did the girls, but they would pick her up on the side though. She was having the dope boys in the neighborhood, like the boys that served dope. Cause she was so thick like a girl. Like she was thick, booty was big. They came to pick that girl up from school. I remember her sitting there looking at me and she was like, what's your name? What's your name? And I was like, Timothy. And she was like, you my sister. I was like, bitch, I'm not your sister. I'm not your sister. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But
she
it was-
said, bitch, I'm not your
bitch,
sister.
I'm not your sister, you
Just give
know.
a sister.
yeah. And I remember us going to lunch together. Like nobody didn't want to sit with me, and nobody didn't want to sit with her, cause I was still butchy. That girl was.
She was girl.
And dark. She was a dark skin,
Yeah.
Jerry curl, thick. That girl was thick. And it used to drive the boys crazy. This is why I told you, boys do a lot of stuff.
I mean, when we were talking about this off camera, you were like, the church and the locker room
Yeah,
are two places that boys are going to explore.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't leave boys alone with boys like that. Them boys can't be a lot of carrying on. But for all that film energy she had, it was driving those boys crazy. I would see the boys just they didn't know whether to attack her
Or love her.
or like her or
Yeah.
they dingling was gonna be hard or something. You know what I'm saying? But I know it was a lot of attack towards her because it's just like you gay, you know what I'm saying, that was spilled over into me. And so I remember it was April. We went home for spring break. And some boys killed her. I might have sobbed. I might have sobbed for so long
Yeah.
because I didn't really get the chance to really explore my friend. I kept her obituary for a long time
Oh, wow.
because I got it from somebody that came back to school. I didn't go to the funeral because we were kids, but some boys killed her.
If that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vault Empowers Talks.